Hey, what's up everyone? It's Jimbo back for another video, and today we're going to be doing the highly anticipated Meguiar's Hybrid Ceramic Wax. Now that's a loaded phrase, a loaded term that plays on a lot of buzzwords and current keywords, but what has me very excited about this product is it's Meguiar's first go, in the US market at least, it's Meguiar's first go into the quote-unquote ceramic market. So the Hybrid Ceramic Wax, as the back talks about, it's a hybrid SiO2 ceramic protection, and it has this really fancy label that I like, and actually you could feel the water bead, so it has a raised texture on the label, which is very cool. Now this is part of their consumer line, not the professional line, but as I hope to show in this video, or as I hope to demo in this video, is that it can actually be a really affordable product for the professional market as well. So what I'm going to do is show you how the application works. First the initial application, and then a second or a rejuvenation application, and then later in the video we're going to beat it up to see how durable this product is. On the first initial application, so this is the first time you're using the product, what the instructions specifically say in step number 4 is that you want to apply the product while it's wet and then dry the vehicle immediately, which will be different than the follow-up applications of the product. So the follow-up applications for the product, which I will show you after this initial application, is that you will spray it on and then rinse it off with a hose. The very first time you're applying it to the car, they want you to apply it to the surface and then immediately dry off the surface. So you're essentially, this is the foundational coat, I guess you can say. And what I've done on this panel is on your right side, I've completely stripped any and all product, wiped it with alcohol. It's a completely bare surface, and as I mentioned in other videos, the real champion in all these is this Toyota OEM clear coat that has withstanded everything. So, and as you can see, a very simple initial application. You may want to flip your towel or use a second towel. The thing that I've noticed, and I picked up a couple bottles of this stuff and have been playing around with it on different surfaces and different cars, is that it really doesn't streak. And when I did the McKee's Hydro Blue product, or the Hydrosilics, I got a lot of streaking, and the minimal amount of streaking that did occur on a C-pillar when I used this product, it broke down initially, which I didn't see on the McKee's. So now let's take the panel outside and I will show you the follow-up application process. Okay, so now that we have the panel outside, I'm going to show you the traditional method, or the follow-up method. And to be honest, I've used the product in this way initially without doing that foundational coat, and it works just as well. So you can see the beads are nice and similar to like a can coat. So what I'm going to do is apply a few sprays on the panel, kind of let it sit for a second, and then you're going to want to move because I got to spray it that way to not contaminate this panel. So you'll let it sit, and the nice part is that it doesn't really talk about working panel by panel. And what's also nice, again, unlike the Hydro Blue, which I found was drying up on me right away, is that you can actually see, I don't know if it's because the viscosity of the product itself or what, but you can see it coming off the panel. And again, look at those really big beads. As we see, there's nice round beads compared to the side that has nothing, which is very uneven. Really no symmetry or roundness to the beads, and very consistent on this side. So those are the two ways to apply the product, and I actually prefer not doing this wet application, again, because I'm noticing the product doesn't really streak a lot. I actually do like to do it as a drying aid, or even as I'm kind of a final wipe down. I notice it adds a lot of shine, a lot of gloss, and now the question turns into, does it have any durability? So let's switch over. I'm going to dry this, and then we'll start beating it up with some products. We've switched up from the Adams iron remover, and I'm trying to blow through some of these products that I just have laying around. So first up is going to be the Griots iron and fallout remover. And one thing I forgot to mention and forgot to do was the sniffy sniff test. And you know, the product is blue. The hybrid ceramic wax is blue. And the initial sniffy sniff test, I didn't like it. It smells very chemically when you're smelling it straight out of the bottle. It's chemically with a hint of blueberry, which is nice because it matches the color. However, when you spray it out of the bottle, the chemically smell goes away, and then you just get that really nice, it's actually a more pleasant blueberry smell. So, all right, there's the griots. Let's rinse that off, get the residue off, and see if that's changed the water behavior of the hybrid ceramic wax. As you can see, even without the without getting all the residue off, it is fending off, which is nice. And you can see the drying behavior is it's drying much quicker on that side than the panel with nothing. Continue to dry that off, which is nice to see, even though granted it's just an iron remover. Let me get my wet towel and make sure all the residue is gone so we can get a fair read on it. But as you can see, look at that, even when I'm drying it, there's significantly less water on the right side of the panel where the hybrid ceramics wax is, and not so much on the much wetter side. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. So as you can see, obviously, like I talk about, you can kind of change the water behavior, but you can't change the roundness of the water bead. So held up well to the iron remover, at least the griots, which is saying a lot actually for a product considering the price point of this, which is $15. But if you are a member at any detailing supply store, you can get a discount. And I got this product. Actually, right now Meguiar's has a little hang tag on the bottle that you can get a $5 rebate. So after my discount at the local detail supply store, plus the $5 Meguiar's rebate, I'm looking at, I think it was like $6 for, I think it's a 24-ounce bottle. All right, moving on. Super clean. So this will probably kill it, but let's see. So now we've gone beyond the realm of spray waxes, quick detail sprays, obviously, and now we're getting into comparing this more to the realm of you know, the Sonax Profiline, Gyeon Kanco. I mean, we're starting to compare this now to you know, I guess another competitor would be the Meguiar's Fast Finish, which is interesting. And in subsequent videos that are to come, I'm going to actually be comparing this hybrid in a cheap versus expensive to the CarPro, whatever they call it, Reload, or whatever the name on their SiO2 spray and seal, whatever it is. So, all right, super clean. Did I call it Purple Power? I hope not. Super clean. Let's rinse off the residue.
But it's Purple Power.
It's the same thing. I get confused because I'm not smart and it's a purple bottle. I did. So we could see as we wash off the residue that it's not fighting off at all like it was. So, but super clean has a tendency to leave quite a bit of residue behind. So it's starting to fight off a little tiny bit, but let me get all the residue off of here. And to be honest, I'd be okay if it, you know, considering the price and ease of application, it's on the cars that I've done it on, it's not streaking the glass, which was a huge bummer with the McKee's Hydro Blue. It just made a mess of everything, and then was incredibly difficult to remove. And I haven't seen that with this product yet. So let's, now that we got all the residue off, let's see if the Power Clean Super Clean killed it. And it did. So the Super Clean pretty much completely killed it, but it's okay because if you noticed it, so now let's leave it wet like that. So the benefit to this product is that you can do a wet application. And so you could do a wet application and then re-dry it. So let's do 2 sprays like that, and this is just kind of off the cuff for fun to see if with 2 sprays if we could really rejuvenate, or essentially we're reapplying the product, but now we're reapplying it the way that Meguiar's recommends the second or subsequent applications, not the initial. So let's see though if we can get the water beading back by just doing that.
You don't rub it in?
So they say to on the first application to rub it in, but not on follow-up applications. But let's see. So you can still see how it's starting to bead a little bit, but it's not really beading, which is interesting. So
why don't you rub it in though? So that it goes all over the panel.
you should. So this is proving a point that their instructions are accurate, that the initial application you don't just want to spray it. And I did that for a reason, because even though I've been getting good results with just spraying it on and rinsing it off, in this panel it showed that you really shouldn't do that, because it really doesn't work like that. You really need that foundational coat. So the first layer, let's do that, let's do it again. So the first layer, you are gonna really want to spray it and then wipe it in, which is actually how I prefer to use the product, even regardless of how many layers, or if I've applied, regardless if I've already applied it on the car, I actually prefer to use this product like this. So I think this is step number 4 in their instructions, and then it does say that you can skip that. You can skip that part once you've laid down this foundational layer. However, I like it much more like this. So let's see if now we did that kind of rub in. Let's see if it beat, and look at that. So you're gonna get much more coverage, much better application. Look at that. So as simple as going back and rubbing it in instead of spraying it on and rinsing it right off is going to allow you or enable you to get those massive water beads back. So I'm glad we kind of went through that process, because we saw, I mean, just look at that. Now the water beads are back. Very easy application to do. And then again, you could repeat the process to break it down. But unlike a lot of products like the Sonax Profiline that got destroyed with the iron remover, at least you know with the hybrid spray wax that it will hold to that. And again, you can use it and apply it wet, which is nice. I just wouldn't apply it wet and then rinse it right off, which is kind of how they want you to do it, kind of, but they have both. So anyway, that is my initial first look on the Meguiar's hybrid ceramic wax. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Let me know in the comments below if you've checked out this product yet, if you've tried it, what your thoughts, feelings, and emotions are on it, and I hope you'll choose to subscribe to my channel. Catch you guys on the next one. See ya.